Hi guys, it's Mike. Today I'm back with number 12 of Use Your Stash, and here's the card that I made. It's a firefly or firebug. I don't know how you call them, let me know down below, because we call them fireflies, but I heard them being called firebugs as well. And these are clearly besotted stamps. I stamped a lot of them, but I'm looking for a second one. Sorry. And I'm using also this die set from Marianne Design. This is the LR0725. And clearly besotted is called A Bug's Life. And in this set there's a straw, there's caps, and there's also a rim. But I didn't want that, because then I would have to cut it somehow, and it might, if I do it from white, I would have a white mason jar, and I wanted it to be see-through. So I just didn't use that. There is an image of a jar in the clearly besotted set, but I haven't tried it, but it looks too small to me. And I hovered it above it, but it's fine. I have this as well. And yeah, I'm deciding if I should do it on a playful angle or not, but not. I didn't put the cap back because I forgot. This is the third day, I think fourth day, I'm not sure, and I'm sorry I missed it last week because of that, because this idea I had in my mind was really I'm gonna say clear in my head, but I couldn't find my lights, and then I found my diodes, I don't know how you call them, and then I thought I could do it like this, and I found that, and then yeah, it's a process. I cut out quite a few bits and I sped it up, and I'm sorry about that, but otherwise you'll be here for an hour. And here I'm tracing the opening because I want the ink blending to be continuous or seamless, but somehow I stuck it on crooked. So you will see. It doesn't need it. I could have done the background as well and put them together, or ink blend one then cut it, but I didn't, because I thought I was clever. And I'm just clumsy, so I stuck it on crooked. And that's why later on I just go back and put some more ink on the white part in a let's say lid panel, the closer panel. But well, my idea was that when you color images with glasses, you make the area behind the glasses lighter, or maybe a bit bluish toned, and that's why I wanted the outside to be darker, to make it more like the jar is in the way. It's in my head that made sense, but don't think you even see it in the end. But it is a bit darker on the outside, but it's fine. Oh, and I'm using blender brushes I got for my friend for her birthday, and I got a set for myself as well, and they're from Amazon.nl, and there's a set of 10. I did a review video. I haven't edited it yet because I thought I didn't use the proper cardstock for it, to be honest. So that's coming as well. And yeah, I thought about making this video go live on Thursday or Friday, but that's so close to Sunday, I just thought I skip a week. See, it doesn't seem, to me it doesn't seem to fit. So now, if you go the diode route that I've made a video about that before. It's a single light with 2 stems, and you can just put the battery in between, but you can only use one bug because you have to press it, and you don't want to press in 5 different spots, do you? And I thought this was a firefly. I am not 100% sure, to be brutally honest, but I also have no idea what they look like. I did search on the internet firefly cartoon images, and one came out like this. It looked more like an ant with all the legs that it had. And we had them when I lived in Italy on the slope of our mountains. It was glorious at this time of year. But 8 years later, when I left Italy again, there actually weren't many left. Pesticides ruined the whole landscape now, but I've never seen them in the Netherlands, and I know there are different kinds all over the world. So I hope you still have them and you should cherish them. Probably. But I'm just blubbering because even though I sped it up, it's still a long process. And you can see how sticky the weather was as well. There were all kinds of things, and in between I went to the dentist and I wasn't feeling very happy about myself. So, you know, all in all, it's no excuses, but I set myself a deadline for once a week videos, but I didn't make it, I'm sorry. And I was at Action a few days ago and I found the metallic shimmer paints are back in stock, and now I also know they're from Decotime. So I wrote it down on the other package because I'm not keeping the plasticky bit. And I thought there were more colors, but it depends how they were stacked, because, you know, yeah, if you turn it around it looks like a different set. But there were 3 and I had 2. I could have just bought the third one as well. I said that in a video somewhere. And I want to splatter it like there's flowers in this meadow. But I don't want it to go on the acetate. So I covered it with that negative piece, I would say, that is from the jar. And I'm just wetting it with water and then start to splatter. And I thought, oh, maybe I should cover that. And I have it, so, you know, why not? I really like how it turned out. It's very thick. I'm not sure it goes into a standard envelope, but that's fine. I'm not gonna send it. It's not heavy because I use the is it heavy doodle? I have to get up and say the foam tape from Heavy Doodle, I think, that I bought on purpose because it's thicker than my own foam. But yeah, you need a thickness for your shaker bit, and then you need a thickness for your battery pack, which is just another, I would say dollar store, but Action fine. And the diodes I got online as well because they are different. You can't get them everywhere. You have to go to an electronics store. But this has 8 or 10 lights. I didn't count, but I only need 2. And did you know you can cut your string? Yes, you can. So, I saw that on YouTube, actually. A guy was making a resin casting with a light in there, and he only needed 1. So, for me, this is cheaper and easier, to be honest, than buying the really crafty versions. And I use it. I don't mind cutting it. Might hurt some people, but it's easier this way. And 2 lights is nice. I couldn't fit 3 in the jar, but 1, I felt a bit sorry for the 1. So I made 1 a little bit mauvey purple and the other one blue. I thought it could be a nice couple, or at least friends. And I colored them off screen. I'm sorry because yeah, I did that while I was watching the video. You can see my punch. The hole puncher didn't fit, so I'm using this one. And I did mark where it needs to go. I make sure they're not too far apart. That's important because I didn't do that out front. Now, the battery pack. Yeah, I have made another video where I put it on the back, so you don't need the thickness. But I didn't do it here, so I don't know why, but maybe I was a bit fed up after 3 days. Just make sure it's on the edge, and then there's enough room for the foam tape. And then you can stick down this extra wire. You can cut it shorter because this is like the electronic bit that you need, actually. So before the lights start, if you cut it, you don't have any lights, so don't do that. And then I'm just using sticky tape to put them in the right place and keep them there. And this moved, and it works. So if you want to combine a few of my videos, I will link them down below, and then you can see how I put them on the outside, and that works just fine. And that's where I try to fit all the lights in a Christmas card, like stars. And that was really nice, actually, but lots of cable. And now I thought the light is very bright, So I'm putting a bit of vellum behind it. I don't think it helped much. Maybe I didn't need the holes. And yeah, I used the reverse side of the paper because I messed up the stamping. So I hope that doesn't show. But I don't think it did actually. I didn't notice it. And that's good. And just using a little bit of glue to put it on there. And then some more glue to stick them to the panel. I also thought about die cutting some branches and some foliage and stuff. And actually I started doing that off camera, but I didn't like it. It was too busy. And I thought that maybe they can rest on the branch and the foliage. I think as kids we used to do that, put them in jars with a little twig. But I mounted the foam tape, 2 layers off camera. I also stuck it down. And you can see I stuck it down crooked. So I had to cut it. But I can't cut where the wire or the battery pack is. So I thought I will just put it on crooked and then try to hide it. And I think that worked. Kind of. It's okay. You won't see much of it. Now you might have some sequins or stones like these that look like flowers, and so I decided to use those in my shaker portion. These are flat backed gemstones, and I never use them for anything else actually. This is the first time I think. I like them, then I gave them away because I never used them, then I bought them. Yeah, never mind. So, because I want it to be straight, I put some glue on the foam tape. Just so I can kind of smoosh it around and make sure it goes where I want it. And here are the sequins that I meant. If you have those, use them. I'm just using some iridescent flower-shaped ones. They pick up the light and shine, but they don't add any more busyness. Because I think the focal point should be the fireflies and the lights. Few of them. And I put them on here so I can see because of the line where they have to be. Usually I do it the other way around, but I want it to be straight. So that's why I put them on, and then I can swish it around. Is that a good word? Just move it a little bit before it sets. And yeah, there's a gap there. I'm not entirely sure what to do about it. But as I said, I can cut it up to the battery pack, but then I think it looks weird when you open the card, so I don't. So I'll just leave it. There it is. I love it. And yes, thank you for watching. I'm sorry I wasn't there last week, but I will try to do better.